man. So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. By some black dicks who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Miss Oprah Winfrey. No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was fucked up by some niggas who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too motherfucking much. It would kill me not to say the real shit. It would kill me not to say the real shit. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my dick if I had one.
When people were saying that I wasn't promoting Precious, if you just look for yourself and don't take my word for it, during that time, I promoted the heck out of that movie. I was on the Oprah Winfrey Show. We were doing magazines. We were doing radio interviews. So all the promotions that needed to take place in America, I was more than happy and more than willing, because that's what you do when you're trying to promote a movie. Mm-hmm. In reference to Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey calling, they did. And Sydney and I did speak with both of them. Tyler Perry's conversation, he and I actually had in Las Vegas at one of Steve Harvey's neighborhood awards. And Tyler Perry called me into his room. He said, Monique, listen, if you go and promote this film, and I'm sorry, if you promote for the campaign of the Oscars, your next film, if you just get nominated, will be between $3 to $5 million. If you win it, it's between $6 to $8 million, because they were trying to get me to understand why I should go to Cannes in France to do the film festival. And I said to Tyler Perry in his room, and again, we always say don't take my word for it. I said to Tyler, I said, brother, what I'm not into is the song and dance. I can't make that trip for free in the hopes that something may happen. Now, I've done all I'm supposed to do contractually and what I was obligated to do to promote that movie here. Well, no one knew the movie was going to do all of that.
Right.
Because initially, Lee was upset because before we went to the film festival in Sundance and it started getting all the hype, the studios were saying, who's going to want to see two fat black women on the big screen? No, thank you. So when it came to us going to France, Oprah Winfrey, she did call. And when she and I initially talked, she said, what is it going to take to get you here in France? I said, sister, absolutely nothing. I am in the bed with my man and my children watching Curious George. Well, she kept asking questions, and at that point, Sydney got on the phone with Oprah Winfrey, and they had a conversation. And when they were done speaking, she said, I totally understand. Now, I then get a call back from Lee Daniels, and he said, wow, Oprah came up to me and said, you're right. She's really not impressed with all of this hoopla and awards. So, and I want to clear something up, too, in reference to me going to France. And I think that every woman listening, I think that every adult listening can understand or may want to try to understand where we're coming from. All of my business with the movie Precious was done with Mr. Daniels in America. There's not one person that's come out and said Monique breached her contract. She didn't do what she was supposed to do. None of that took place. When it came time to take this film internationally to the festivals, Lionsgate, they called Sydney up. And they said, because of her promotions in the States, she did it so well,
right,
we would love for her to go over to France to the Cannes Film Festival. I said, I respectfully decline. Now, I want to tell y'all why I was declining. Because I had very little downtime. And if y'all can remember, at the time, there was a show called The Monique Show. I was the first black woman in history to have a late night show. So that was my priority. At the time, it was the award season. So I was flying back and forth to LA during the award season. At the time, I was on a comedy tour. Spread the Love tour. So I was moving a lot. So when I did have some downtime, I said, I want to take this time and give it to my family. So when Lionsgate called and asked would I go over to France, I simply said I respectfully decline. They then called the second time. Well, if we upgrade her hotel room and we give her a few more days in France, will she take it? I respectfully decline. They then called a third time and said to Sydney, what is it going to take to get Monique to France?
And what did you say, Sydney?
Is there a dollar amount associated with that offer you're speaking about?
Wow. I think that's when that's when people got upset, because all they could hear, Monique and Sydney, was you were being disrespectful to Tyler and Oprah. That's when the media just lost it.
Here's the great part about it.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, and when you live long enough, you understand that people will say a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is, if you notice the fluidity in which Monique is speaking with you, and you watch the careful manner in which Mr. Daniels is speaking, and again, not because he's not honorable, but the weight and the density of Hollywood is heavier than you can believe. And the lights are drawing people to it like moths. So he's no different. He just doesn't want to look bad. So we understand why he's taking the position that he's going to take. But we all got told stories as children about what happens when you don't tell the truth, and that ultimately it's going to come out. And as you said, you know who this individual is. And the question that I would ask you is, if Lionsgate is not making a demand to us by simply asking what would it take to get Monique there, how is it a demand to give a retort, which is, was there a dollar amount associated with this? And then they reply, we do not pay for promotions. And we said, we completely understand. However, I would be remiss in not doing what I was supposed to do when someone says you have completed your obligations, or you, from a state side, she took that on as this is her obligation. Again, the proof is in the pudding. You've seen what it is that she's done. But when we say you've completed it and we want you to come in and do something for us, and the upgrade is that we're going to fly you over there first class and treat you well, but you really don't get an opportunity to enjoy it. And there was one other amenity that they had added on. We could even allow you to stay there a little later after everything is over. She respectfully declined. So when someone asks you, what is it that we could do in addition to make this happen? I'm thinking they're asking you to excavate the realms of your mind and see what you can come up with to make this happen. Well, because where we're from, we don't get paid in candy. We don't get paid with treats.
They do on the regular show, though.
On
Pops
the regular
pay
show.
'em in lollipops.
Lollipops. but that's a different dimension. So where we are, we get paid according to dollars. Once they said no, then we can simply say, well, we appreciate your time and thank you. So from there, here's the firestorm.
What's good, fam? This is Mr. Sycamore here. I know you all saw the intro, and you're probably wondering, what is he talking about when I say wit? Wit is going to be my little talk segment when I'm going to be talking about what I think. I'm going to be coming at you all with some stories from not just in these states, but around the globe. And I'm going to be telling you, wit is what I think. I'm going to share parts of the stories. I'm not just going to be coming at you from what I think. I'm going to be putting sometimes video clips and stuff together to let you all see it, to know that it's not just what I'm saying, but it is what I think. W.I.T. Today, I'm going to be coming at you all with the Monique story. It sounds like it's a movie or something, huh? But everyone knows Monique. I know some of you probably tired of hearing about it, but Monique says that Lee Daniels blackballed her. Monique, she felt that her winning the Academy Award would open the doors for her, and it didn't. She won an Academy Award for the movie Precious. Now, no one knew that Precious was going to get as big as it did, but it did. And let Lee Daniels tell it, Monique wasn't playing the game. Because Monique was wondering why, after I have won this Academy Award, something that when most people win the Academy Award, they skyrocket in the biz. They get movie roles out the gluteus maximus. They get paid out the gluteus maximus. And Monique was wondering, well, wait a minute. Where's my piece of the pie? And from what Monique said, after Precious, she was supposed to have the part of Cookie in Empire, Lee Daniels. She was supposed to play a part in the Richard Pryor story. I'm assuming Lee Daniels. I don't know. I hadn't really kept up with that one. She said she was supposed to be in, I think, The Butler. But Monique went off hard on Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey. Now, I wouldn't say that Lee Daniels is a power figure in the industry yet still. Yeah, he got a little, he got out there with Monsters Ball, which really jumped him off. Precious, which kind of signified it. And then Empire. So yeah, he's doing good, but he's not yet still that power the way he think he is yet. I at least W.I.T. people, what I think. Now, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, yeah, they got it going on. It's self-explanatory with Oprah. But you all saw the videos. You all saw the little clip that I put together. 2 different videos I put together for you all to check out. And I'm wondering what you all think as well. But Monique blames or feels that Daniels is the reason that she lost a lot of opportunities to work. And she just hadn't been getting the scripts. Now, back again, Lee Daniels was saying that, I think he said it on CNN, one of those shows. I can't even think of who he was talking to. I can't think of the guy's name. But on one of those shows on CNN, he was saying Monique didn't play the game. Oh, she's brilliant. She's my friend. I like working with her. I want to work with her. Obviously not, Lee. Obviously not. If you're the one who's producing these movies, if you're the one who's putting it out there for the people to be in your movies, and she's so brilliant, and you wanted to be in, what happened? Now, you say you didn't say it exactly like that, but you did say on more than one occasion, Monique needs to play the game. And when people ask you, was it anything, racist, I don't believe in racism. I don't believe in the race card. But I guarantee you that if somebody says something about your homosexuality, or you jump out and have a problem with that. How is it, especially as a black man, you don't believe that there are race cards and racism? Man, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I don't know what's in your head, or should I say what's not in your head, for you to believe that there is no racism, there's no race card with this stuff. Understand me. You may be big, or not as big as you think, but you may be big in the industry, but you're still black, my brother. So don't get too high on your horse, because the ground don't move, and when you fall, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, just because you go from the bottom to the top don't mean you can't go back to the bottom. Monique gonna be all right though. Monique had her talk show, her late night talk show. Monique had her show, which is still in syndication, The Parkers. Monique is a queen of comedy. And so if she don't even do no more in the movie industry, in the acting industry, Monique is a comedian first, and a damn good one. So Monique gonna be alright. Now, a lot of people were complaining, saying that her husband should stay out of her business. Her husband shouldn't be saying this. Her husband shouldn't be saying that. Let me just go down a little list for you. I'm not going to number it and count it out. I'm just going to go down a little list for you. Especially for any of you out there married. Who do you think is not going to stand up for their wife? Who do you think is not going to stop people from jumping on their wife's back? Who do you think is going to just sit there and talk about and do their wife wrong? Not a real man. Nah. And none of y'all out there that's going along saying that her husband, Sidney Hicks, shouldn't be saying that. Come on now. Be for real. You all didn't even know the story. You just heard what you wanted to hear and you jumped on it. Now, just because I played a clip of Monique saying something don't mean that what she's saying is true. But I'm thinking, why would the woman lie about, why she feels she's being blackballed? And they're saying that she had a lot of demands and she was being a diva. Monique spoke on that. That was part of the beginning of this here, of me telling you what I think today. She talked about how she had all that stuff going on with her kids, with her husband, with her show, with her comedy. And you all are trying to get this woman to go out and do some stuff for free? When she has a little downtime, trying to spend time with family, you wanted her to go out and do some stuff for free? The nerve of y'all. Now, I want to ask any of you out there who know you need some money. How many of y'all going to just go around doing some stuff for free, not knowing if you're going to get any kind of, money from it? Nah, come on now. Come on, that's what you call using, and you ain't going to let nobody use you. So don't sit there and act like you will, or that I've been an intern. No. Interning is when you're doing something for free and you're most likely going to get the job in that field or what have you. This right here, Monique, didn't nobody know what Precious was going to do. The movie, that is. It blew up, but didn't nobody know that. But the whole thing is, if you're calling this woman a diva and that she had these lists of demands, it's because she wouldn't do something for free and she'd rather spend time with her family. And even though she kept telling y'all no, and then her husband finally stepped in. Come on now, use your head, people. Use your head. This is just the first video of many. With what I think. This is just something on the Monique story that everybody's talking about. Everybody has their own opinions. But this is what I think. Till the next video, hit that subscribe button. Become a subscriber of Mr. Sycamore. And I'm out.